How much do we really know about where we come from? For Ashkenazi Jews, the answer is a complex, multi-layered story preserved in their DNA. Today, we're diving into the historical migrations and genetics that unravel their surprising origins, examining research published in top journals. Ashkenazi traditionally defines descendants of Jews who lived in Central and Eastern Europe. Their culture began around the 10th century in the German Rhineland, specifically the Schum cities of Speyer, Worms, and Mainz. Before the Holocaust, Ashkenazi Jews were nearly 92% of the world's Jewish population. Even today, they are roughly half of all Jews globally. A major cultural identifier is Yiddish, fundamentally a Germanic language written in Hebrew letters, incorporating influences from Hebrew and Slavic tongues. The language embodies their journey. The roots trace back to the Israelites of historical Israel and Judah. Early Jewish colonies appeared in southern Europe as early as the 4th century BCE. Dispersal accelerated with the Jewish-Roman Wars and the destruction of the Second Temple in 70 CE, leading to many brought to Rome. As life grew harder, communities pushed north. The expansion of Charlemagne's empire around 800 CE offered new economic opportunities, fueling settlement in the Rhineland, the cradle of Ashkenazi culture. While history gives the narrative, ancient DNA provides the biological truth. The groundbreaking Erfurt study from 2022, analyzing medieval DNA, confirmed the modern Ashkenazi population originated from an extremely small set of founders, a population bottleneck likely occurring in the first millennium CE. This drastically shrank genetic diversity, allowing rare genetic variations, including disease-causing mutations like Tay-Sachs, to become common. The study showed these mutations were already present, confirming the bottleneck was early. Following this event, high endogamy preserved their unique genetic blend for centuries. The consensus points to a dual ancestry, a core Middle Eastern foundation with later input from Southern Europe. The paternal lines, Y-DNA, are overwhelmingly Middle Eastern in origin, sharing markers common to ancient Levantine populations. The maternal lines, mtDNA, were debated, but recent studies suggest the majority of these lineages also trace back to that original, small founding group, implying the founding mothers were primarily Near Eastern. We must address the Khazar hypothesis, which claims Ashkenazi Jews are primarily descended from converts among the Khazars, a Turkic-speaking group. This theory, popularized by Arthur Koestler's The 13th Tribe, is often weaponized politically. However, the scientific consensus is unambiguous. There is no substantive genetic evidence of significant Khazar origin. Comprehensive studies consistently find none of the expected markers. Furthermore, Yiddish, a Germanic language, lacks any significant Turkish traces. The scientific evidence simply does not support these claims. The unique history, the bottleneck followed by high endogamy, has massively impacted medical science. This genetic pattern results in higher frequencies of conditions like Tay-Sachs disease, Gaucher disease, and BRCA 1/2 mutations linked to cancer. This understanding has led to valuable, life-saving applications, effective genetic counseling, and carrier screening programs specifically for the Ashkenazi population. These programs test healthy individuals for recessive mutations, allowing prospective parents to make informed decisions, dramatically reducing the incidence of devastating diseases like Tay-Sachs. The story of the Ashkenazi Jews is one of resilience. It began in the Near East, traversed the Mediterranean, and solidified in Europe. Their DNA weaves a coherent narrative, a predominantly Middle Eastern founding population, shaped by a powerful bottleneck that maintained a distinct genetic profile across millennia. The science is increasingly clear, offering not only a refined understanding of identity, but also direct, life-saving benefits today.